I just finished doing a deep dive into the Raleigh real estate market for 2024. And what I discovered might completely change how you think about buying a Raleigh home going into 2025. If you're considering a move to the Raleigh area, then you want to stick around because I'm about to show you some of the huge changes that are happening in our market. Like a game-changing development that's bringing national retailers, upscale amenities, and hundreds of new homes to an area that's about to explode. Plus, an incredible 85-acre lake community that's about to launch. And we'll find out which top Raleigh suburb just saw a 12% price shift, which could mean your perfect buying opportunity. Hi guys, Michael Sanders here, your native Raleigh Realtor. Okay, in this video, I'm going to break down exactly where the best real estate opportunities heading into the spring 2025 real estate market. We're going to look at which areas have seen the biggest price shifts, explore some game-changing developments that most people aren't even aware of yet. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how the new I-540 extension is completely reshaping where people are going to be choosing to buy in the Triangle real estate market. Okay, let's first start out by quickly taking a look at what happened in the Raleigh real estate market during 2024. Because these numbers tell a fairly interesting story about what's been going on. In Wayne County, the median price of a home has went from just around $460,000 to right around $479,000, which is about a 4% increase. Now, this isn't like a crazy increase, especially when you consider what we went through during 2021 and the first part of 2022. So to get a better feel for what's going on here in the Triangle market, we have to take a quick look at what happened in the national market over the year of 2022. During that period, we saw around 6.4 million home sales, which went down to around 4.1 million home sales as of this last November. During the same time frame, we all know that interest rates went from around 3% all the way up to 7%. This is something we also experienced locally with a few differences that I'm going to get to in just a minute. So again, overall, throughout the Raleigh Triangle market, we've seen prices as a whole go up by a median increase of that 4% year over year. However, when you do a quick analysis of the different submarkets that make up the overall Raleigh real estate market, you can see some pretty interesting price and market dynamics taking place. Check this out, guys. In Raleigh, homes went up about 15%. Over in Knightdale, homes went up by around 10%. Over in Garner, a little bit less at 1.4%. And what's really surprising to me, especially since I live in Wake Forest, the median home price went down around 12%. From around $535 down to $469. Looking through the data, this is something that I found that was pretty interesting. From 2020 and going all the way to 2023, the top 5 Raleigh suburbs for home sales were number 1, Raleigh, followed by Cary, Apex, Fuquay, Varina, and Wake Forest. During the same time frame, there were a whole lot of buyers who purchased in more affordable locations, like the towns of Fuquay, Varina, Wendell, Clayton. These areas all experienced a huge surge in new construction, which of course increased inventory, but also at the same time, it caused home prices to somewhat stabilize. On the flip side, towns like Cary and Apex went from a peak of home inventory during the fall of 2022, where they had around 2.4 months of home inventory, all the way down to less than 1 month of home inventory during the first quarter of 2024, before things started to rise again slightly during the remainder of 2024. So here's the deal. If you're someone that's hoping to move to either Cary or Apex, then you're going to want to know that with fewer homes for sale, prices and demand is going to be up. So if you're someone who's out there looking to buy a new home, then obviously the thing that's on your mind right now is, well, where do things go in 2025? Well, to get a better understanding, we'll take a look at the recent testimony by Lawrence Yun, who's the chief economist with the National Association of Realtors. He took a look at unemployment data, new jobs, inflation, inventory, who knows what else, other geeky data to make a few predictions. He believes the number of transactions that are going to take place during 2025 are going to rise probably around 9%, which would get us pretty close to that 4.2 million range, which is going to feel somewhat similar to what happened in 2023. He finished up his report by saying that he believes that roughly 2% price appreciation year over year is going to happen nationwide. As we move along into 2025, I think it's really important to take a look at where home prices are headed in and around the Raleigh area. While we saw some price corrections in 2024 in some of the areas that were more heavily influenced by new construction, places like over in Johnston County and sections of Wake County like Fuquay, Varina, Wendell, over in Zebulon, we saw upward price momentum in places like over in Cary and Apex and sections of Durham and Orange County. My feeling is that in the Raleigh market, you're probably going to see continued moderate home pricing increases, probably in that 4 to 6% range, which actually, if you look back over the Raleigh real estate market over the past 8 to 10 years, 4 to 6% has been pretty much the norm, other than the COVID years of 2020 and most of 2021. One thing that I've talked a lot about throughout 2024 is this really strange trend in the Raleigh real estate market where new construction prices have actually dipped below that of resale home prices. New construction homes have become some of the most attractive home buying options out there. As we move along into 2025, smart home buyers are going to want to keep a watchful eye on several key areas in and around the Raleigh region. Recent trends and data suggest that Clayton, Wendell, and Fuquay Varina are going to be some of the more promising locations for real estate investment, especially when you look at new home construction, since these are some of the hottest areas right now for new home builds. If you're someone who really wants new construction and you want a really awesome deal right now, and you want to go somewhere where there's a lot of home inventory, you're going to want to really take a hard look over at Clayton, which Clayton is also going to be one of the closest areas if you're someone who really needs to have a quick commute into downtown Raleigh. It's right there on the edge of Wake County, so you can jump on I-40, be in downtown Raleigh really quick. Again, there's a ton of home options out there. This is definitely someplace that you're really going to want to keep an eye on. Another cool thing about Clayton is it's got a little bit more slower pace out there. It's a little bit more of a rural feel. There's going to also be larger lot sizes. The homes are typically going to be spaced a little bit farther apart. You really have more of a city lifestyle without really feeling like you're out in the middle of nowhere because of the convenient location. Hey, real quick, guys, I would really appreciate it if you take half a second and hit the like button below. It would really help me and my channel out immensely, and I would really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Now, the town of Wendell has been turning some heads recently with some incredible growth in the median sales price over the last 10 years. Based on what I've been seeing happening over in Wendell over this time period, tells me that Wendell could be on the verge of significant future price appreciation, especially in light of all the new commercial and retail that's been announced over there. Wendell is even about to get its very first Chick-fil-A over in Wendell Falls, along with all the other recent additions over there. I really kind of feel like that Wendell is kind of on the ground floor of a burgeoning market, and it's a fantastic area to start a new home search. Another really great place to look in 2025 is going to be the town of Fuquay Varina, which is right on the heels of Wendell as far as price appreciation. Over the last several years, the town of Fuquay Varina has been one of the top Raleigh suburbs to buy a new home, mainly due to the fact that it's a really affordable place to buy, in addition to the fact that there's been a ton of new home construction going on over there. Just like over in Wendell, I really believe that Fuquay Varina is another one of those ground floor opportunities for home ownership that's also going to see above average price appreciation over the next several years. Okay, if you're someone who's looking to relocate to the Raleigh area in 2025 and you want new construction with a lot of space and home prices that can be as much as a third less than those of inside Wake County, then definitely don't overlook Johnston County, which is just south of Raleigh. I believe we're going to see Johnston County absolutely explode in popularity with buyers, even more so than what we've seen over the last 5 to 10 years. There's some insane new projects going up over in Johnston County right now. Have you heard about what's happening over in Eastfield Crossing in Selma? We're talking about a massive 3 million square foot development right off of I-95 that's already bringing in some huge names like Target, Academy Sports. They're building a Marriott hotel over there. What's really exciting for me is groundbreaking is about to begin on what's going to be called Eastfield Farms, which is a residential component of the development where they're going to be building over 250 single-family homes being built by DR Horton. This kind of growth is literally transforming Johnston County right before our eyes. Speaking of amazing new communities, over in the Raleigh suburb of Zebulon, they're building an incredible 85-acre development with a lake. It's going to have some of the largest home sites we've seen over in the Raleigh market. They're going to have over 2.5 miles of waterfront. And get this, they're offering home sites over there that are going to go from around a half an acre all the way up to over 2 acres, with 50 of them sitting right on the waterfront. Finding an affordable new construction waterfront home in the Triangle market right now is extremely difficult to find. So I can't wait for things to get started over there. One of the most exciting things that affects Johnston County quite a bit is the brand new I-540 extension that's just linked up with I-40 south of Raleigh. This road is a total game changer, especially for Johnston County. I've taken this route myself a couple of times already. You can literally get to RTP faster from some parts of Clayton than from a lot of the spots in North Raleigh. If you're someone who's happened to shy away from Johnston County or Clayton because of the commute to places like RDU and RTP, then with this new opening of I-540, then you should definitely reconsider this area. And let me tell you guys about some of the huge projects that are either going on right now or are still on the planning board going into 2025. So right now, you've got the Apple East Coast campus construction that's expected to begin sometime probably in 2026. Over there, they're eventually expected to bring over 2,700 new jobs. Also, Google's $1 billion high-tech hub is coming in, plus a ton of other businesses like Toyota, and there's a new electric car company that's coming into the area called VinFast. All of these high-tech employers coming in mean one thing, and that's jobs. They're bringing in construction positions, new businesses are getting started, automotive, high-tech, health science companies are all opening and expanding. The growth here is just incredible. So here's the thing, with all these amazing projects coming in, you might be wondering, Mike, where's the best place to buy right now with all this incredible growth going on? Well, guys, after doing all this deep diving into all the data, there's several areas that I think are going to continue to stand out. Places like Wendell, Zebulon, Knightdale, Fuquay, Varina, and Clayton. Speaking of Clayton, if you're curious about what might be the best opportunity in the Triangle market right now, check out my next video. Don't buy a Clayton NC home before you know these things. And remember, guys, whatever you do, get Mike and get moved.